Hello everyone. We begin upon the high seas.
Ooh, yes we are. It's hot and heavy.
The first time we really get an introduction to naval combat in this game.
Mark any orders you think wise, mate. We're up against it here. These men know their place. They'll see us home.
Now, this is pretty much, in a nutshell, how naval combat works. You hold L1 to aim, you see where the cannons are generally going to go with the white line, and if a ship is badly damaged enough, you can use swivel guns with triangle or whatever button it is on PC or Xbox, and you can take out smaller boats. Or, for larger boats, you attack their weak points.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to... The swivel guns were in 3, but... This game is a little bit different than 3, I guess, because... A lot of this is more contextual based on what view you're looking at for combat. Oh, sorry if anybody can hear that.
I can't, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, I had a very loud dog barking last time we did a video, so... You know.
Yeah, I think I've got I think I have a package that has a fucking amiibo in it, sitting at my door. I'll wait. I can wait for an amiibo. Fucking amiibos.
Now, this mission in particular, it's sort of introducing you to all sorts of things that can happen when you're sailing. Generally, water spouts are pretty rare. They won't show up all the time. But there is one place in particular you're guaranteed to run into them.
I love that place.
And it's it happens to be one of the best moments of the game, if you ask me.
I agree.
Because it is actually genuinely pretty hard to do that.
Yes. Come on.
This is our introduction to the boat combat, but it is certainly not everything that is to the naval combat in this game. As you get upgrades, more aspects of the fight of naval combat are introduced. This is just sort of the bare minimum of naval gameplay.
Well, there's one or you get 2 more weapons, really, but well, 3.
And the brace command. If an enemy is about to attack you with cannonballs or you're running into a rogue wave, brace, you will still take damage, but you will take less damage for some reason.
Yeah. Well, theoretically, it's because everybody's kind of just hiding on the side, so it's not killing as many people on the ship.
I guess but it's not like the ship can be made safer by all the guys bracing. So it's just,
look, there's one of those sunken ships, so
we cannot do anything about that for quite some time, actually.
Yeah. The one thing with the rogue waves and all that is, in order to actually get through them, you should hit them head on because it minimizes your profile that you're going to go through them with. So
right.
You basically take no damage. You can go through head on. If any other way, it can take a lot out of you. But we've managed to escape the treasure fleet.
Yep.
And I think we saw one of them sink.
After only a token resistance from the Spanish.
Yes.
But it's not like they were prepared.
Just think of all that was on there.
Yeah.
Gold, medicines, rum, more rum.
Strange assortment of English prisoners on the Spanish fleet.
I'm Edward. Much thanks for your aid back
yeah.
there.
I guess technically the war between England and Spain had kind of subsided.
Yeah, Bonnet even
by this point.
Yeah, Bonnet even mentioned that England and Spain had stopped fighting at this point, but
yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe it would have just been too much work to have the Spanish accented crew just for this mission.
We're taking this one home.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that it's.
I'd like to imagine that Kenway just made them just taught them how to speak with a British accent, just because he wants to.
pretty fun.
And also
mission.
because he does that with sea shanties as well. So
Yeah. Turns his crew into marvelous singers.
oh hey, we're finally exiting the Animus, I guess. No,
Not
My
yet.
choice,
never
Adam.
mind.
I'm calling her the Jackdaw. A sly bird I loved as a child back in Swansea.
A dark little creature, no?
Did it rub you wrong when I took this brig as mine own?
It was the sort of rub I have learned to endure, sailing among faces of such fairness.
It's true. Most of these men wouldn't accept you as a captain. So what fair role would complement such?
We'll be seeing a lot of Adewale in the future.
I'll be your
In
quartermaster.
fact, he's even the star of the
Yes.
major DLC of this game,
All right.
Freedom's Cry.
Yep.
And as
Yes.
quartermaster, have you any immediate?
But that is
counsel
under
for this title,
circumstances quite a bit different than he
Rest
is
and repast
appearing
will do
to
good
us right
before
now.
Nassau. Water for drinking. Hunting for food and repairs.
Captain? Well reasoned, sir. Hunting, it shall be. You'll find a decent place to drop anchor.
But to this game's credit, all of the major characters, aside
Quite a
from
few
the
items in the
Templar
hold
antagonists,
Powder and
they're
pistol.
much different people by the end of the
Fashion a
game.
second holster if I can.
Yeah.
A lot changed in
It's a
the
good
time
start.
between the
Why do
game
you find it
starting and
awful?
the end.
Could we talk a moment about the condition of the ship?
What's the trouble?
I had a walk about the gun deck this morning.
I'm
I
not
couldn't stand
entirely
for what I
sure
saw.
why. Oh, I didn't
Clutter
want
really
to
stops
interrupt
up
this
like timber.
dialogue between
And one
Adewale
with
and
a slow
Kenway,
match,
but
still
we've
right.
got quite a sale anyway,
And
so it
just
was
nearby,
kind of
2 barrels
unnecessary.
of gunpowder, closer than man and wife.
Yeah.
Fit to explode at the touch
Oh,
of
and
a spark.
in case there's any curiosity, regular cannon shot in this game is infinite. You can't
Gloves
run
touch
out of
holes
it.
in need of scraping, corrosion on the bodies, barrel swabs as naked as knives, and bleach
But
ropes
fighting
so
the
hot
harder ships in this
use them for
game,
knitting yarn.
regular
Short of
cannon
this,
shot is
we
not
need
that
good
valuable.
equipment kept in fine condition. But we cannot win every battle.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to keep supplied, even though it's not really important right now.
But don't forget about your jackdaw as well.
No, indeed. We'll make it a point to keep this ship and its crew in fine condition.
And there is unlockable sails for the Jackdaw, turning it into different colors and patterns.
And you can also put figureheads and different wheels
Yep.
because, god damn it, they really wanted to go all out.
and
Ram the damn thing!
And on the ocean, there are stranded people and supplies. Get near them and pick them up with square. That's about all there is to that.
Yeah, somebody throws a line out there and grabs them. So,
And this is one of the many, many, many small islands that have just a single treasure chest or an animus fragment.
yep.
And there are actually some DLC sales, including patterns modeled after Altair and Ezio.
Not Connor, that would be weird.
Yeah, that would be odd. I may get that. I haven't decided yet.
They're pretty nice. I think they also come with a pair of Altair swords.
Neat.
So, yes, there are 30 of these fucking Animus fragments just sitting around the open world like this. They are annoying as hell.
Yep, that's a big reason I did not get all of them when I was first going through this game.
I don't think there's a single reason to ever show getting them on camera again.
Yeah,
Because they just,
there's a lot of them, and none of them are really interesting.
people complain about the collectibles in Unity. So what, there's like 150 fucking ribbons.
You know, I think Revelations probably did the collectibles the best. With the you could buy if you didn't want to look for them, you could just buy maps to find them. You could tag the data fragments with Eagle Vision.
You can, yeah, you can do about the same with yeah. I mean, you could do that in this game, and you can do that in. Actually, you can't buy the.
Taking a look at the Overworld. Now, the Overworld is divided into 7 or 8 different parts. The easy to medium difficult tagging is the relative quality of the enemies you'll run into around there. So these southern parts of the map, they have the toughest ships lurking around. And those little locked red squares, those are forts. If you want to, you can attack the forts. If you take them over, you can use it as a little base in the area.
Generally speaking, this game, the easiest areas are up north of Cuba.
Yeah.
While the hardest areas are just south of Jamaica.
Right. There is one fort in particular that a lot of people have trouble with, and it gave me a lot of trouble the first time I went through the game, but it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
And in addition to Spanish ships floating around, there are British ships near Jamaica. As a general rule, they will not fight you on the open seas, but if you start a fight with them, all of the Allied ships around will fight you. And sometimes you can even see the British and Spanish ships fighting each other. You can join. You can join in on the fun, or just watch.
And every once in a while, you can even find the fucking Dutch ship as well.
Huh.
Oh, I think that might only be in a couple. Maybe that's more mission specific than it is.
I know.
And because nobody asked for this to come back, they put crafting back in the game. It's like I'm playing Far Cry 3 all over again. In fact, I am playing Far Cry 3 all over again because they share a lot of the same fucking enemies.
Neat.
Pretty sure there's a fucking database entry that makes that joke. But
now these little letters, I guess you'd call them, they're actually written in like period language.
They're written by. Should I say who it is?
Not yet. We don't have enough information who the author is yet.
Alright.
Now, hunting wildlife. In 3, if you killed animals with the pistol, it degraded the quality of the fur or something. If you killed them with the bow, it was fine.
Yeah.
But this game does not have a bow and arrow, so killing is pistol with is just fine.
Yeah. I mean, Far Cry 3 or 4, killing with a pistol or a gun, you would damage the skin, and if you did a clean kill with a knife or what have you, you just get double skins, which can be very useful for some of the rare enemies.
In contrast,
or you could set fire to a fucking elephant in
Neat.
Far Cry 4.
Neat. Now, as is most things, you can tag animals with eagle vision. Most animals will run away if they see you. Some will actually attack you. Just like the Bear Island in Assassin's Creed 3, where there is a whole island out in the wilderness that had nothing but bears on it. And this bobcat is currently running into a tree.
AI! Oh.
Some
You
animals.
have a bone. You can make it. No.
Yeah. Now, in contrast to actually buying upgrades, hunting animals is a way you get armor and capacity upgrades in this game. You hunt animals, you craft things, you get better armor, more pouches or something. That's about it.
Yeah, there's a very long set, and there's actually a whole ton of enemies, so whole different.
Yeah.
Lots of different types of animals. God damn it.
Yeah, there is a lot of poaching in this. Well, it's not really poaching, I guess. There's a lot of animal hunting in this game. All animals can be very rare. They can be monkeys hiding up in trees. And late in the game, you even, well, not late, midway through the game, you get harpoons, and then you can start fighting animals on the open seas, like sharks and whales and such.
I have one request for you.
Yes.
Call me Ishmael.
Thank you. I believe I can do that.
There's another Animus fragment.
I will say the tree running mechanics are back from 3, and they still look pretty good.
They look a lot better in this game, to be honest, because as much as I like 3, the map just never lent itself to this in a lot of places.
Right.
And this is the story of how Ken White killed all the ocelots on Abaco Island.
It's a story that needs to be told.
Yes.
Now,
Coming next summer from Exturbo Entertainment.
the iguanas are mostly hiding out on the beach. Sometimes it can be kind of hard to see the animals, but that's why you have eagle vision.
Yeah. Or I slap down a fucking hunting syringe and get everybody in 100 meters of me. Oh, wait, that's Far Cry 3.
Some animals you can run down, some animals will run away very quickly. And
Yeah.
there are some super rare animals that only appear on one island, and you hunt those to make all sorts of neat things.
Like you and Unit.
Yeah. Tagged some iguanas, so we just need to get the last data fragment.
You have to shoot an iguana.
Yeah, I
Now
nailed.
I can go make a nice swallow.
I nailed that guy.
Yeah.
As with most things, the pistols, usually you sacrifice power for range or in reverse, but the best set of pistols in the game insta-kill and has very long range.
Yeah, the pistols vary around, but that particular... Well, it has one of my... It takes a while to get that particular set.
Yeah, you won't get it. You won't get the best pistols until pretty late in the game.
Yeah. Oh, you finally got to the viewpoint. So, in this game, unlike Assassin's Creed Revelations, if you get a viewpoint in an area, it'll tell you where everything is in that area. So you don't have to go running around and go tagging everything looking for it. You could have just found all the viewpoints and it would automatically spotted everything.
Yeah.
This also kind of works like the same on the world map. That was...
Yeah.
How long did it take you to kill that one?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, I kind of wanted this video and what will be the next video to be a single video. But when I edited it together, the resulting video was more than 50 minutes long. So, I just split them in two.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, where the hell was I going with that?
I will say that crafting is a lot better in this game than in 3, because in 3 there was this whole ridiculous Mickey Mouse process to do it. But in this game, it's just as simple as going into the menu and upgrading stuff.
And so you can basically see what you need.
Yeah, and the game is spoiling things we'll get later in the game.
Yeah, it's very open about what you have. Anyway, where the fuck was I going with this? So... the same sort of thing applies when you are in a town. If you sync all the viewpoints, you will be told where everything is. If you do it on the open seas, you'll be told where all the stupid little one-off animus fragments and chests are as well. So, but that takes a while, because it's literally every viewpoint in an area. And some of them are hard to get and are on fortresses.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in Unity... You can buy them.
Oh, hey! I didn't even notice the skulls above the captain's.
Ahoy, Captain! Find what you need.
My
cabin
needs and wants are oceans apart, mate.
They have some
But I did
skulls. I
fashion
did never
myself a
notice
new
that.
holster. All I need now is a pistol to lie in it.
I played this game for 100 hours. I've kind of become numb to that
Take
fact.
them from the hole.
I honestly just noticed
More
that.
than a blowpipe. But it'll do. So, are we rested? Or should we idle a while longer?
Best way anchor. I think the crew is itching to reach civilization.
You'll find no civilization in Nassau.
As another comment
It's a
upon
fine place to
on
be
the
merry
swivel
all the same.
guns, you can't manually fire them. As in, you can't use them as an attack right away. You only get the chance to use them if a weak spot has been exposed in a ship.
That is not true.
You can manually fire them.
during the boarding process.
Huh. I must have completely forgotten about that. I thought you needed to expose a weak point before they would fire.
If you're doing straight naval combat, yes. If you have finished that stage of combat and moved on to trying to board the guy, you are in fact allowed to use the swivels to take out people on the enemy deck.
Huh.
It is really great for taking out all the fucking heavies on a deck, by the way. Hey, but it also takes a little bit of.
We've got the first sea shanty. They actually released a whole soundtrack for the sea shanties in this game. They had the regular game soundtrack for all the music in the game, and then another soundtrack for all the sea shanties. And the red zone, as is usual Assassin's Creed stuff, ships will automatically go after you.
You can no longer go in a. What would be the best way to describe it? In red, they skip yellow and automatically go into alert, like usual.
But it's not like you have anything to fear from the ships prowling these waters. They are very weak.
Yeah.
Go on, Captain Queernabs. Tell me I'm under arrest. Tell me!
That man has a black beard.
Yep.
Fly away, boyo! Back to your master!
Aye. We was privateers together before the wars ended.
Now, at this time,
See you
Nassau
ashore.
was nominally under the control of the British, but as you can see, the pirates have more than a little run of the place.
Yep.
But this is our second major city, of which there is one more, Kingston, Jamaica. And for some reason, when this game first was announced and it said you could go to Havana, Nassau, and Kingston, I thought they were talking about the Kingston in Canada. Kingston, Ontario. I don't know why I thought that.
It's a very good question. I don't quite know the answer to that. I think it might lie in your head.
I honestly never before this game came out, I never heard of Kingston, Jamaica. The only Kingston I ever heard of was the one in Canada. Oh hey, right now the song playing is called the British Empire. It's one of my favorite town themes in the whole Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
It's very powerful sounding.
This game has a lot of good songs on it. So, this is Nassau. There's at least one anachronistic area to this place.
Yep, and I'll be passing by it before I do much more. And in the background, there's a big fort overlooking the town. The British are there. They don't like us being there. They attack on sight if we go there.
Yeah, that's about the only restricted area, though. But basically, there's Nassau, and Nassau. There's basically, on the eastern side of the island, there's a little town around the fort, and then everywhere else there's a plantation in the back, and then there's this big old swamp.
Yep. And if you go in the swamp, crocodiles will attack you.
Yep. Of course, you need crocodile skin for upgrade, so
yeah,
let's go hunting crocs.
We'll get around to it.
By the way, it's this fast travel point I was talking about before. A video or two ago, where there's in fact something you can do.
You didn't see me. You didn't see me.
He's trying to get away.
Nobody saw you.
Now, just like in 3, you have rifles that you can pick up from either guards or just in places like this. The rifle's pretty powerful. It's more powerful than the pistols generally, and if you manage to get behind 2 people, you can actually impale 2 guys at one time with them.
Yep. more.
Good old Peter Beckford.
Yes. No, I can't remember if you can do 2 headshots at once with this. The answer is no.
The answer is no. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Grenade coming!
Go.
Our first grenade. These guys can throw grenades. Throw grenades.
Yeah.
Grenades. The biggest problem with grenades is usually that they just knock you down, allowing other guys to get hits on. And since it's some of the rifle
We're
kills,
introducing new air holes to these guys.
some
Don't worry.
of the rifle kills are pretty brutal.
Yeah. Well, it's got a bayonet, so.
Yeah. Oh, Kenway just chucked that thing.
How do we get on top of this building?
You'd think it would be a simple matter.
Yeah, just going up the post and whatnot.
Rifles are pretty nice, but it's just they're too slow to be a really good fighting weapon.
Yeah, I mean, they're decent in 1 or 2 places, but the problem is that they have a single shot, which means they're good for taking out a single enemy, and then after that you're stuck fighting with it.
Yeah.
Because you can't reload in... Reloading in combat is not the best option in this game.
No.
And especially not since your very first hunting mission has you make a second set of pistol holster, so now you can fire 2 pistol shots
Yeah.
instead of just
So
one.
the rifle is more of a novelty weapon than really anything very useful, but it does have that added scope on it, allowing you to shoot a little more precisely.
Yeah.
So that can be nice sometimes.
Yep. Now there's a chest somewhere in here. I hear it.
That Animus shimmering noise they've had since like 2, I think.
It's been there for the longest time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's right here. Make the noise go away. It's like fucking green stars in Mario Galaxy 2.
There is actually a reason I'm playing online right now, but I don't think we'll get to it this video. But
Just to get social chests.
it's actually for the alternate outfits, Etsy O'Connor and Alter. I don't think those are available if you're offline. I've never really tried it.
Yeah. So over here we have a plantation one, but we haven't done plantation missions yet,
Yeah,
so...
there's no real point to going there.
You can do a lot of stuff in this game before when it starts off with, but it's one of my problems with the pacing. It's you get to that point in the Assassin's Creed series where you can go all the way around the map, but then they're still going to throw out tutorial missions for stuff you've already done.
Yeah.
At that point.
So that's why there's no real point to going anywhere but Nassau at this. Oh, hey, here's the big anachronism in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And our friends at Abstergo will explain why in this database entry.
Yeah, yeah.
No fudging dates.
Suck it, Sean.
So yeah, this particular thing wasn't built until the 1770s. But if it was built in honor of Queen Victoria, they're still about 30 years off, I think. So that can't be right.
Yeah.
But that's probably just a local legend kind of thing.
It's anachronistic,
Yeah.
to say the least. Funny. I mean, it's not nearly as anachronistic of me being able to run American troops out of waving the Stars and Stripe out of forts in Assassin's Creed 3 in the 1760s, but whatever.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. You missed the big realism train a long time ago.
There was actually somebody complaining about that in the Unity thread about how Eagle Vision isn't actually a supernatural sense in the slightest. It's just assassins being really, really well trained. And I'm like,
see, I don't really buy that because Eagle Vision can like pick up the intention of people. Like, it's predicting things that will happen in the future from these guys, so it's got to be something supernatural.
for the love of God, it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
We missed the realism boat. I don't know when exactly did we miss the realism boat here?
A long time ago.
Was it the first game when we were in a giant sci-fi machine? Was it the second game where people fucking...
Now the hidden blades...
The entire point of the goddamn game was so you could play through.
Yeah, and you can...
And you're getting... The plot was at the end of 2.
You can pick up the heaviest weapons, but usual Assassin's Creed rules, you can't carry them around for very long.
Well, no, it's not unusual. It's because you can't carry anything other than swords permanently in this game. You could always sling it into a heavy pouch in 3, actually.
Yeah, actually you could. And in Brotherhood, they introduced the heavy sheath.
Oh, it's a courier.
Our old friends. You know, in 2 I can understand, in 2 and Brotherhood I can understand why Ezio would torment the Borgia couriers, but these guys are just couriers. They run around, they're just people bringing stuff from one place to another.
Yeah. In Revelations, I think he's just like, you know, I haven't tortured a courier in Did you just get a shanty by complete accident?
Yeah, I got a shanty by complete accident. I had no idea that shanty was there until I got it. I had the best luck with shanties this time.
Yes, you do. I mean, I'm pretty sure in Revelations it's more like,
Ooh.
I haven't tortured one of these fuckers forever. Yeah, okay. As long as you don't kill them, they're fine. They're not really a thing in 3, and they're not... there really aren't couriers in Unity. There's just...
Hey, we have explosive barrels. We can cause mayhem with them.
Yeah.
Now again, because I'm not directly killing people, this won't count against me. It's the barrel that's killing people, not me. Oh, I guess I'm gonna throw it at some British soldiers.
Oh, that are guarding a goddamn piece, I bet.
Yeah. Now,
well.
explosive barrels are about as useful as you think they would be in combat. They're a small target. You've got people running around trying to hit you. Aiming is not exactly a thing that. Thankfully, the blast radius is pretty huge.
He just killed himself with his own grenade. I hope you're happy.
Well, actually, the explosive barrel killed the heavy, and then the heavy's grenade killed the big little guy.
That's true.
I wanted to get a double kill with the barrel, but it was not to be.
You'll have plenty of chances later.
I'm sure I will.
And this is the world map in 1570. Too bad they didn't go and look at the fucking... You know, they didn't have the Assassin's Codex from 2.
Yeah, aside from...
And Eagle Vision.
Aside from North America being oddly shaped because they didn't know what was in Northwest North America, it's not bad. 1570.
Nope. Alright, we're in Shantytown.
Oh, that woman is talking about not being a cheap Spanish harlot.
You all belong to the same guild anyway. I bet if I built a single brothel for you guys, you'd all let me hire you. For free.
Yeah. And I'm just galvanating about because I can't really get a good grip on it. Unfortunately, the next video will only be 20 minutes long, so... I don't know, we'll see how things... I have to record more footage soon.
Yeah. Alright. Well, until next time.
Well, it's not over yet.
Wait, you've